Tomorrow evening, BBC1 presents the British premiere of the television film based on Sophia Loren's own book about her early life, her rise to stardom, marriage and motherhood. Sophia Loren, her own story, is tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock here on BBC1. In 2 minutes, Edward Woodward and Patrick Allen head the cast in The Trial of Lady Chatterley. First, the news headlines with John Edmunds.
The management at BL has said the future of the volume cars business will be reviewed if the Longbridge strike doesn't end on Monday. This warning comes just 2 days before strikers vote on a formula to settle the dispute over the so-called riot on the Metro production line. In a statement, the BL board said, "A continuation of strike action will put the jobs of tens of thousands of employees in serious and imminent danger." And unofficial figures show that BL took 22% of car sales last month, with more than half that figure made up by mini-metros. P&O Ferries have put forward their terms for the resumption of the service between Liverpool and Belfast. They say seamen must accept reduced manning levels, and they're not prepared to increase their pay offer. Both ferries used on the route are tonight tied up in Liverpool, and 25 crew members are staging a sit-in on one of them. Prison officers in Northern Ireland have staged a protest on the day of the funeral of their colleague Mr. William Burns, who was shot dead in Belfast on Tuesday. They prevented all visits and deliveries of letters to prisoners. Police in Kenya are looking for a man with a Maltese passport who stayed at the Nairobi hotel where 13 people died in an explosion on New Year's Eve. They're also looking for a woman who visited him, but they believe both have already left the country. In Birmingham, a police sergeant is in hospital with head injuries after he went to investigate disturbances at a party in Edgbaston. Neighbours say the party had been going on for 9 days. A man of 23 has appeared in court charged with wounding a policeman. And finally, there's serious flooding tonight in many parts of Scotland. Some roads north of Inverness are under 2 feet of water, and in the Irvine Valley all roads were closed for a time as a safety precaution. Landslides have blocked the railway line at Eynon, and water has been released from several dams which were under strain. And that's all the news tonight. Good night.
On BBC Two, in just under 10 minutes, Clark Gable stars with Sophia Loren and Vittorio De Sica in It Started in Naples, the story of an American lawyer who tries to gain responsibility for a delinquent Italian orphan. Here on BBC1 now, The Trial of Lady Chatterley, a dramatised reconstruction of the trial 20 years ago in which Penguin Books were charged with publishing an obscene article, the unexpurgated edition of Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. The prosecution case was mainly concerned with Lawrence's detailed description of the sexual act and with his frequent use of 4-letter words, some of which are included in the programme, which is taken from a transcript of the trial.
Silence, be upstanding in court. All persons who have anything to do before my Lords the Queen's Justices of Oya and Termina and General Jail Delivery for the jurisdiction of the Central Criminal Court, draw near and give your attendance. God save the Queen.